Good morning, class. So today we'll start with exercise 3.2. Yesterday we have done one question only. And again, I'm telling you, these are not the questions of NCRT only. They can be from other books also. Clear? So please try each and every question of NCRT also. Please try each and every question of NCRT also. Clear? Now come to this question. Your next question is sin x is equal to 3 by 5. Sin x is given as 3 by 5. X lies in the second quadrant. This is the important thing, that it is lying in the second quadrant. Then five other trigonometric ratios we have to find. Same way, what we can do, we can write sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. We know the value of sin x. So from here we can get the value of cos x. Cos x will be plus minus 1 minus sin square x. Now it will be what? 1 minus sin square x is what? 9 by 25 root over of, now 1 minus 9 by 25 will be 25 minus 9 will be what? 16. If take the LCM, 16 by 25 root over, so it will be what? 4 by 5, and plus minus sign will come, plus minus sign will come as it is. Clear? Plus minus sign will come as it is. Clear? Then wait a minute, is there any problem to anyone? So plus minus sign will come as it is. Now just see, you are having plus minus 4 by 5. This is plus minus 4 by 5. You are getting the answer as. Now, this is what, again, you have to see, either you have to take plus value or minus value. Now, where it is lying? It is lying in this, x is lying in the second quadrant. Now, in the second quadrant, what we have to find the value of cos x. We have getting the value of cos x as 4 plus minus 4 by 5. In the second quadrant, I told you what it is, all sine 10 cos. So, in the second quadrant, cos is what? Negative. Only sine and cosec will be positive. So you will get what? Cos x is equal to minus 4 by 5. Then sec x will be what? 1 upon cos x. So it will be what? Just opposite, minus 5 by 4. Then cosec x will be equal to what? Cosec x is equal to 1 upon sine x. Now what is 1 upon sine x? 1 upon sine x will be 1 upon 3 by 5, which will be equal to what? 5 by 3. Now again, it will be what? Positive. It will be what? Positive, because in the second quadrant, sine and cosec will be positive. Then come to the other trigonometric ratios. So we got sine x is given, and we got the value of cos x as, cos x we have got as what? Minus 4 by 5. Then we got sec x as the opposite, minus 5 by 4. Then cosec x we have got. What is cosec x? Cosec x is equal to 5 by 3, positive. Now talk about the 10x. What will be 10x? 10x is equal to, you know that sin x by cos x. Sin x is what? 3 by 5. So 3 upon 5 upon cos x is what? Minus 4 by 5, minus 4 upon 5. Now this 5 will get cancelled with 5. You will get what? 3 upon 3 upon minus 4. So this will be your answer of 10x. 10x again will be negative. Why it will be negative? Why it will be negative? Because it is lying in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant you are having all sine 10 cos. Sorry, 10 cos. Here second quadrant, only sine and cosec will be positive, rest will be negative. Now if you say that this 10 is 10 theta, 10x is 10 theta or 10x, whatever you're having is 3 by minus 4, then cot x will be equal to what? Oh, just the opposite, cot x is equal to what? 1 upon 10x. So cot x will be equal to 1 upon 3 by minus 4. It will be minus 4 by 3. Clear? I think so. This must be clear to you all. So we have calculated all the 5 trigonometric ratios. Clear? Then moving on to the next question. That only they have calculated 10x is equal to uh, minus 3 by 4, and then cot x will be minus 4 by 3. Yeah. Now come to the next question. Now just see what they are saying. They are saying cot x is equal to 3 by 5. Cos x, sorry. Cos x is equal to what? They have given the question in the question, cos x is equal to 3 by 5. And x lies in the fourth quadrant. Where it is lying? In the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant. And find the value of cosec x plus cot x. They want the value of cosec x plus cot x. Yeah. Now what we will do? Again we will do find the value of, if we get the value of sin x, we can get the value of cosec x. So sin square x can be written as Sine square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x. Clear? So it will be equal to what? 1 minus, what is cos square, cos x? 3 by 5. So cos square x will be 9 by 25. Now you all know this will be 25 minus 9, that is equal to 16 by 25. This is equal to what? Sine square x. This is equal to what? Sine square x. So your sine x will be equal to what? Sine x, sorry, sine x will be equal to what? Plus minus 4 by 5, plus minus 4 by 5. Now just see, x lies where? In the fourth quadrant. X lies where? In the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, if you remember what we have talked about fourth quadrant, all again and again I'm writing so that you should remember all sine, tan, cos. Fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So sine will be what? Negative. So sine x, the value of sine x, which will we consider? We'll consider the value of sine x is minus 4 by 5 instead of 4 by 5. Clear? Instead of 4 by 5, we'll consider the value as minus 4 by 5. Now, if sin x is minus 4 by 5, what we can say? What we have to find? The value of cosec x and cot x. So, cosec x will be equal to what? Let's see. Cosec x will be equal to, cosec x will be equal to minus 5 by 4. Clear? Minus 5 by 4. Again, it lies in the fourth quadrant. Cosec x will also be negative. Now talk about 10x. If we get 10x or cot x directly, we can find cot x is equal to what? Cot x is equal to cos x upon sin x. So what is cos x? 3 by 5 upon whole upon 3 by 5 whole upon minus 4 by 5. So what we are going to get? This 5 will get cancelled with 5. 3 by minus 4. So what we are going to get? Cot x is equal to, I'm writing here only 3 by minus 4. Yeah, we'll get what? 3 upon 4 minus sine. Now what we have to calculate? Basically we have to calculate cosec x plus cot x. So cosec x is this, cot x is this. So when we add it, what we'll get? Minus 4 5 by 4 minus 3 by 4. When the denominators are same, what we do? We add the numerators. Minus 5 minus 3 will be what? Minus 8 by 4. Now this can be written as minus 2. Answer will be what? Minus 2. I think so this must be clear to you all. Is there any problem? Please come to the chat box if you feel any problem anywhere. So your answer is what? Just see. We got the answer. We have calculated. This is again coming here also minus 2. Yeah. Then come to the next question. Now if the question is in degrees, till now what we were doing, everything was given that cos x, the value of cos x was given, and then you have to find what? Values of other trigonometric ratios. Now here what it is given, they are giving you the value like sine of 210 degree or sine of any value in radian or in degree they will give you, and you have to calculate that value. Clear? Earlier what they have done, they were giving you one trigonometric ratio. They are not giving you any trigonometric ratio now. They are just directly asking you the value of sine of 210 degree. Now sine of 210 can be written as sine of 2 into 90 plus 30. Sine of 2 into 90 plus 30. So what is 2 into 90? Sine of 180 plus 30. We can write this as, instead of 2 into 90, basically you write it as 180 plus 30. Sine 180 plus theta is what? Sine 180 plus theta is, yes, if you remember, I told you 90 minus 90 plus change. 180 minus 180 plus no change. Then in 90 minus 90 plus change, then 180 minus 180 plus no change, then 270 minus 270 plus change, then 360 minus 360 plus no change. So we will no change and change. If you remember, what was it? Sine will change to cos. In 90 minus 90 plus sine change to cos, cos to change to sine, 10 to cot, cot to 10, this way. Clear? So sine 180 plus theta will be what? Lying here. So it will change to what? Cos of 30. Now 180 plus theta, where it will lie? 180 plus theta, it will lie in the third quadrant. Here it will lie, no? This much is 180. 180 plus theta, it will lie in the third quadrant. Now in the third quadrant, what is positive? Only 10 and cot are positive. Only 10 and cot are positive. And we are talking about sine. So it will be what? Minus cos 30. Now you know the value of cos 30. Cos 30 is what? Sorry, 180 plus, no change will come. Sorry. If we are talking about 90 plus, it is 180. So in 180, what we are having? In 180, we are having no change. Just see, no change. So it will not, sine will not change to cos. It will be sine only. It will be sine 30 only. So we'll have what? Minus sine 30. Now the value of sine 30, you all know. You have calculated the value of sine 30. Sine pi by 6 is what? 1 by 2. And minus sign is outside. So answer will be what? Minus of half. Is that clear? This is an important question because these all things will be used every time, everywhere till 12th and after 12th also, the ones who are taking maths. Clear? So these are very simple things which will be like your plus minus, that they can be used anywhere in any question in any step. Clear? So these all things should be clear, how you calculate the values of any trigonometric ratio. Clear? Now next question is cos of 315. Now cos of 315. So what you have to do, you have to always change it into sine of 90 plus 90 minus 180 minus 180 plus, means in terms of n pi, you have to n pi also you can take, or n pi by 2, n 3 pi by 2. This form you have to change it, then only you will be able to do it. Yeah. So what we are having, cos of 3 times 90 plus 45. We can write this as 3 nines are 270 plus 45. Yeah, what we are writing, cos of 270 plus 45. This can be written like this. 315 can be written as 270 plus 45 will be 315 only. Now 270 plus theta. What is it? 270 plus theta, what I told you. Change in 90 minus 90 plus. No change in 180 minus 180 plus. Then change in 270 minus 270. So cos will change to what? Sine 45. Sine theta, sine 270 plus theta will be, sorry, cos 270 plus theta will be sine theta, sine 45. Now again you have to check what? The second thing which you have to check is 270 plus theta, where it will lie. 270 plus theta, this is 180, this will be 270. 270 plus theta means somewhere here in the fourth quadrant. Now in the fourth quadrant, cos is what? Cos is positive. So you will have positive sine of 45, that is equal to, what is the value of sine 45? 1 by root 2. So you will get the answer 1 by root 2. Clear? Just see, sine 45. Sine 45 is what? Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Clear? Then your next question is sine of minus 510. Now we have, I have given you the explanation of sine of minus theta is equal to what? Minus sine theta. We have written this way. And I explained you in the last class also that sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, whereas cos of minus theta is cos theta only. So we are having sine of minus theta, so we can write minus outside, minus of sine theta. Clear? With this rule. Clear? Then how we can write this as 510? There's a very big value. Now we can write this as 5 into 90. Now when it is more than it, more than 4 times, like it is more than 2 pi, more than 2 pi. So this will be first 90. Wait a minute, I will explain you again. This will be your first 90, second 90, third 90, fourth 90, then fifth 90, and then fifth 90 plus theta, where it will lie in the second quadrant. Clear? Now fifth 90 plus theta is what? 510. This is what? 5 into 90 will be 5 nines are 450 plus 60. Clear? Now 450 plus 60 will be basically equal to what? 90 plus theta. 450 plus theta is what? We are moving to the second quadrant. That means what? The value is this 90 plus theta. Again and again you can circulate and the value will be what? 90 plus theta. So you know that in 90 plus theta change. So sign will change to what? Cos. Cos of theta. Cos of 5 into 90 plus theta will be what? This will be cos of 450 plus theta. So it will be cos of, sorry, sine of 450 plus theta will give you what? Cos of theta. Now again in the second quadrant, sine is what? Sine is what? In the second quadrant, you are having sine positive. So positive will come, but here if you can see, positive will only come, but here we are having a sign negative outside. That we have to count. This will be, this value will be positive cos 60 degree, but we are having a sign outside, so it will be, so you have to be very careful about the signs. Clear? what positive, negative, what sign is there outside also you have to keep in mind. So this will be minus cos 60 degree. So minus half. Is this clear? This question minus 510 is clear or not? If it is not clear, please ask. I will explain it again because this is an important thing, because the degrees I told you in sine, cos, tan, the values repeat after a interval of time. After the, like in sine and cos, they repeat after an interval of 2 pi. Till 2 pi they will be the same. Then again they will repeat, then repeat, then repeat. This way they will repeat. So sine 510 can be written as sine 5 into 90. 5 into 90 means 2 pi. After 2 pi, 90 again, 2 pi plus 90 plus theta. So it will lie in the second quadrant. So we'll take it as sine 90 plus theta only. Clear? Sine 90 plus theta is what? Change cos theta, and sine 90 plus theta will lie in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sine is positive, so it will come plus cos theta. But what we are having? We are having minus here sign, so minus will again come. Minus into plus will be minus itself. Clear? Then, if you have any problem, yes, someone is asking. Yes, anyone? Clear, ma'am. Supriya. Okay, thank you, Supriya. Still anyone is facing any problem, please ask. Clear? Then next is your cot of 480 degree. Now cot of 480 can also be written as 5 into 90. 5 into 90, 5 nines about 45. 450 plus 30. Cot of, we can write this as cot of 450 plus 30. Now just see how cot of 450 will come. 90, 180, yeah, 270, 360. After 360 plus 90, what it will be? What is 360 plus 90? Yes, 0, 9, 5, 450. Yeah. So this will be what? 450 plus theta, where it is lying again in the second quadrant. Now in the second quadrant, cot is first of all, what we have to do? It will be 90 plus theta. Cot of 90 plus theta will be changed. Cot will change to 10, 10 theta, 10, 30. Now it will be 10, 30 degree. And it is lying where? In the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, cot is what? Cot is negative. So minus 10, 30 will come. Just see, minus 10, 30 has come. These all things you have to keep in mind. So minus 10, 30, you know the value of 10, 30, what it will be. Yes, anyone who can tell me the value, come to the chat box and let me know the value of 10, 30. Yes, anyone? Yes, anyone? What is 1030? Value of 1030, not minus 1030, only 1030. Value of 1030. No one? Please, if you don't know, or 1 by root 3. Very good, very good. Very good. Everyone knows. Very good, very good. So you will have 1030 is 1 by root 3. Then minus 1030 will be minus 1 by root 3. Clear? Then come to the next question. Now, this way your exercise is over. These are the types of questions you are having in the exercise. So please try out the exercise. If you face any problem, then you can ask. Okay, thank you. Everyone has given the right answer. Tanesh, thank you. Now come to the next topic. Next topic is your formulas. Next topic is what? Your formulas of, so many formulas you will get of trigonometry. On the basis of it, you have to prove. Like you have proved some identities in your 9th, 10th class also, no? You were using only 3 identities to prove the questions of trigonometry. What were these 3 identities? You were having sine square x plus cos square x is equal to 1, and then 10 square x, what we were having, 1 plus 10 square x is equal to sec square x, 1 plus cot square x is equal to cos x square. These identities you were using earlier. Now you will be using so many other identities. I will give you the proof of only one identity, because actually the proofs are not useful. They don't come, but then also you should know. So we'll do the proof of one only. Just see what we are having. This is the identity which we are going to use. Yeah. This is the identity which we will prove also. We use these identities very often in trigonometry in class 11. Cos of x plus y means cos of a plus b, or cos of x plus y is what? Cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. How we can prove this identity? Just see this figure. The important thing is what? The figure. Wait a minute. Yes, this is your figure. Clear? Now what we have to do, just see now this figure very carefully. We have a unit circle. This again is a unit circle, means unit circle, and the center is passing through the origin. Center is passing through the origin and it is a unit circle. That means this radius will be equal to what? 1. So the coordinates of P4, this is what? This is P4. P4. So the coordinates of P4 are what? 1, 0, because on the x-axis, this P4 point is lying on the x-axis. It is lying on the x-axis. So the coordinates will be equal to what? Y coordinate will be 0, x coordinate will be 1 because the radius is 1. So O to P4, this OP4 will be equal to 1 unit only. So the coordinates of P4 must be clear to you. Clear? Then come to the coordinates P1. This is your P1. P1 is cos x sin x. Why we have taken P1 as cos x sin x? If you remember, in our earlier classes, I told you any point on a unit circle. Any point on a unit circle. How we define that particular point? By the angle. This point P1. This point P1 is making an angle with the x-axis, positive direction of x-axis. How much angle it is making? This x radian angle it is making. This x radian angle it is making. So the arc length, this arc length will also be x. They have given this arc length as x. Clear? Let me clear it up. This arc length, can you see this arc length from here till here? This arc length is what? X. Why? Because we are having x radian angle and the circle is what? Unit circle. So whenever we are talking about a unit circle, the arc length will be equal to the angle in radian this side. Clear? So this must be clear to you all. So the coordinates of P1 are what? Cos x sin x, because any point on the circle, on a unit circle, that day I explained you, are cos x sin x, where x is the angle which it makes, this point is making with the center and x. Clear? Now just see next point is P2. Now P2 is what? Now if your angle, this is x, this much is x, and this much is y. This much is x, then this much is y. So the total angle from here till here will be equal to what? X plus y. This angle will be x plus y. So the arc length till here, from here till here, the arc length will be x plus y. So the point P, the point P2, this is point P2. P2 will be equal to cos of x plus y, sine of x plus y. Cos of x plus y, instead of x, what we will take? The angle only. Cos of x plus y, sine of x plus. Same way, P3. Now just see the point P3. Now P3, if we take a negative angle this way, if I take a negative angle this way and this is equal to what? Minus y. Suppose this angle is equal to what? Minus y. If this is y, this is minus y, they are saying. So if it is minus y, the coordinates will be equal to what? Cos of minus y, sine of minus y. Yeah? Cos of sine. So it must be clear to you the coordinates of P1, P2, P3 and P4. These 4 coordinates must be clear to you. If there is any problem, ask. Now what we have to do? Now I will ask you one question. This, I am telling you, this triangle OP1, P3, this triangle, yeah, this is your first triangle, is congruent to, I will take some other color so that it will be visible to you, is congruent to this triangle. How it is congruent? Anyone can explain? Any one of you can explain? This yellow triangle and this red triangle are congruent. How they are congruent? Let me explain because we are running short of time. Otherwise, maybe. Just see, this side is radius of the circle. This side is radius of the circle. This side of red is radius of the circle. This side is radius of the circle. Clear? So two sides are equal. Now just see the angle, this one. This angle in this one angle. What it is? Should I clear it up? Just see this angle will be equal to, this angle will be equal to what? Y plus this much angle, this, let it be z, y plus z. Now take this side, this angle from in this one, this will be equal to again what? Minus y. Minus y is actually the angle is y only. We are calculating it in the negative side, so minus y minus z, so it will be also minus times y plus z. So we generally consider the angle as positive. So what it will be? So by which theorem? Now you can answer. By which theorem these two triangles are congruent? Side, angle, side. What will be the side? This angle and side. This much is a common angle in this triangle also, first triangle also and second triangle also. This angle is common. this angle is common in both. Clear? So this much is y. Here also we are having y, but this is common. So y plus, suppose this is z, y plus z. Here also y plus z will be equal. So by SA, side angle side, these two triangles will be congruent. So if these two triangles are congruent, then what we can say? This length P1, P1, P3, P1, P3 will be equal to what? P3, P4 will be equal to what? P3, P4, P3, P4. Clear? So your this side is equal, sorry, P2, P4, not P3, P4. You will have P2, P4. This side is P2. This point is P2. P2, P4, P1, P3 will be equal. Now you know the distance formula. Do you remember the distance formula? Just see. Do you remember the distance formula? Any one of you? Just see. What is the distance formula? What will be P1, P3? P1, P3 is equal to what? P1, P3. We can take the whole square. This can be y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. So what is x2? Cos of minus y minus cos x whole square plus sine of minus y plus sine x whole square. I'll show you there only in the question because time is going up. Let's just see. We are having P1, P3 whole square. Why we have taken whole square? Otherwise root will come. So cos of x minus cos of y whole square plus sine of x minus sine of y whole square. Just open the bracket. Now you just see what I told you. Cos of minus theta is equal to plus cos theta. This we have done. Cos of minus theta is equal to what? Plus cos theta. Whereas sine of minus theta is what? Sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Yeah, this we have done earlier. Now just see cos x minus cos of minus y. Cos of minus y will be cos y only. Sine of minus y will be sine y. Clear? Minus sine y. Minus sine y means minus here also, minus there also. So it will become plus here. Clear? So now open the bracket. These two. So a minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. This one will be what? A square plus b square plus 2ab. Now just see what will get cancelled. What will get nothing will get cancelled. Cos square x plus sine square x will be 1. Just see again, I'm telling you this cos square x plus sine square x will give you what? 1. This cos square y plus sine square y will give you again 1, and then minus 2 cos x cos y plus 2 sin x sin y. Now we can take what? Minus 2 common. Minus 2 here also we are having 2, here also 2. We can take minus 2 common. So we'll get what? Cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Clear? So this is our first thing. This is the value of P1, P3 whole square. Same way, we can get the value of P2, P4 whole square. What will be P2, P4 whole square? Just see the figure again. P2, P4, just P4 is having the coordinates. P4 is having the coordinates 1, 0. P4 is having the coordinates 1, 0, and this P2 is having the coordinates this cos x plus y. So remember this. Now move. How we can calculate? Just see. We are having P2, P4 whole square is equal to 1 minus cos. 1 was first coordinate, 1 minus 1 square is 1 minus cos of x plus y whole square plus 0. This x coordinate was y coordinate was 0. 0 minus sine of x plus y whole square. Now again open up the bracket. A minus b whole square. A minus b whole square is what? 1 minus 2 times 1 minus 2 cos square 1 a square plus b square minus 2ab, and then 0 will be 0. 0 minus this will be plus sine square x plus y. Clear? Now from here we got 2 minus 2 x cos x plus y. Now we have said that P2, P4, as the triangles are congruent, P2, P4 is equal to P1, P3. Clear? Sides are equal. So their squares will also be equal. Their squares will also be equal. Clear? So we can equate these two values. This can be equated with this. So this will be equal to 2 minus 2 cos of this can be equal to this value, and this value will be the equal. So we can write here 2 minus 2 cos of x plus y. What happened? This can be written as 2 minus 2 cos of x plus y. Now when you will compare it, what you will get? Cos of x plus y. This is 2 minus 2 cos x plus y, 2 minus 2. So this cos of x plus y can be written as cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Clear? So what we have got, this cos x cos y minus sin x sin y is equal to cos of x plus y. This was the proof of this formula. Clear? I think so. This must be clear to you all. It's time now. If there is any problem, you can ask. Come to the chat box and ask. SAS. Okay, very good. Very good, Supriya. Okay, is there any problem till now? Still, if you have, you can ask tomorrow in the doubt class. Thank you, class.